All right. Hello, this is Emani from 91.5 WDBK, and I am here with
Dakota with 91.5 WDBK, and we are joined by special guest.
Hank Byerly. Nice
We
to
are
meet everybody.
very glad to have you here. Very
yes,
excited.
welcome.
Great to be here.
Great to be here. So we just have like a few questions,
Sure.
just some small ones. I know you just got out of a Q&A, so I'm sure you're questioned out, and I'm sure
here for
we'll
it.
be repeating questions you've already heard.
I'm good with it.
So obviously you're from the Philadelphia area,
Yep.
and you've worked on the Super Bowl,
Yep.
and I'm pretty sure you worked on the Super Bowl with the Eagles in it, correct?
Yes, it was
Okay,
amazing.
making sure that I have that.
Yep.
What was it like to work on a Super Bowl with your birds?
It was
Assuming
amazing.
you're a Birds fan.
Absolutely. You have to be in that situation.
Right. Absolutely.
No, it was incredible. I was doing the pregame performances, and it was amazing to be able to work on those with Adam Blackstone, my guy. He's one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah.
And so kind of being by his side and fielding those needs, and then being able to mix. So like with the pregame stuff, they turn it into Apple Music Live, mid game. So I
That's
always,
pretty cool.
yeah, I have to mix it. So I was trying to mix it, and it was Lettucey singing "Lift Every Voice and Sing."
Love
Amazing,
Legacy, yeah.
amazing, amazing, amazing. She didn't need much. She
Yeah.
sounds great.
Powerhouse already.
A quarter, and I remember by second quarter they were already really in the lead. So it was just like the Chiefs were not, on their best day. And so it was pretty clear by that time that we were going to be in a good place. And so I was just able to watch the game and like in the stands in a box.
Yeah.
I was like, this is so
Free
what a
tickets to the
crazy-
Super Bowl.
crazy life to live. So yeah, it was an amazing moment.
And can you just give the people an overview of
Sure.
just what playback is?
Yeah, absolutely.
And what's the process of it
Yeah,
really?
it's pretty important.
Yeah, absolutely. So playback is, how most shows run on 2025, in 6 and beyond and whatever you're in. But basically it's the modern way of performing, right? So we've got to basically have backing tracks that are manipulated for live performance. If you've noticed on concerts, a lot of the records don't sound the same as they do on Spotify or streaming services. And so a musical director's job is to manipulate those records to be captivating for the show or whatever the artist is trying to achieve with their concert. And a playback engineer is the engineer that makes all that music happen and actualized. So, this could be with a live band and making tracks for a live band. It could be recording the live band. It could be no live band at all, but you need to manipulate the tracks to get into like a 1 minute TV performance. No artist song is 1 minute, so you chop down that 3 minute one and get it to a good, captivating performance for the format you're requested in. So, and it's
pretty
also running
cool.
those tracks for the show as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, and this is like a little kind of off of that completely, but
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, have you ever had an experience meeting someone maybe you looked up to in this field, and it just maybe didn't go the way you wanted it to, or maybe the opposite? Maybe you
Sure.
met someone and you're like, wow, this is great. I can't believe I get to meet my like hero or whatever.
Yeah.
I like asking people that question. I don't know why. It's like one of my favorite questions to
No,
ask.
for sure. I mean, honestly,
Recent experience.
Yeah.
absolutely. I've been super blessed. All the artists I've worked with have been amazing,
Yeah.
and I've never been disappointed at any,
Well,
like
that's great.
jaded or whatever. You
Yeah.
know, I think
Wasn't
that,
trying to wish anything on you.
no, I appreciate that. But I remember working with like a couple folks and being like impressed. Honestly, like
Yeah.
like there's just so much that can go into doing their side of the job, right? Like you're singing, you're dancing, you're performing. Like they're what honestly they have the hardest job out of everybody. But what was impressive to me was how people achieve that, right? And so everybody does it differently. Some people are super spontaneous and can just pull it out of whatever they need to pull it from to get where they need to go. Some people are super into rehearsal and putting the hours in, and everybody's got a different style. So I think the coolest part for me was to learn how people are achieved what they were trying to do, and I've always been impressed by that each and every time.
Oh, do
It's
you have
always
a
great to watch
favorite?
the process.
They're all my favorites.
I was gonna ask that. That was my follow-up.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite person to work with?
Yeah.
I really love the musical directors that I work with. These are the folks that playback doesn't have to be an artist facing job. a lot of the times they don't really know what I do or who I am, and that's totally fine because
I was
they're
gonna ask that too.
they're talking to the musical director, right? They're like, we need X, Y, and Z, and the musical director goes, do A, B, and C, right? And I love that because it's like working with amazing musical directors like Terrence Vaughn and Adam Blackstone and all the other amazing people I work with. It's like they communicate very directly. They've done this for so long, and they're able to tell me exactly what I need to do to get me exactly where I need to go, and like that clear communication just kind of allows us to do really amazing things.
Yeah. I want to know if you have someone that you haven't worked with yet that you really, really like to work with.
Man, that's a great
You're
question.
taking them out of my mouth. You're taking them right out of my head.
I love that.
I'm sorry, it's just off
No,
the top
you're
of my
fine. You're fine.
I feel like at the top of the year, there's always like a bunch of tours that are about to go out, and like, man, I would love to be a part of that. So we'll end up see what ends up happening. But there's so many artists, all of them. Let's do it. Like, let's build it up, let's scale it, let's make it work for everybody.
I would wonder, like, if you could like give advice to somebody who maybe wants to go into your field and become like an audio and playback engineer. Like, what would you wish someone would have said to you when you first started in this industry?
Yeah, I think it's just, I agree. It's just like about working hard and putting your foot in front of the other, no matter what you want to do. I think the music industry is, like unrelenting. You have to kind of be your advocate and be the person that puts forward motion in your own life, because it's a freelance job at the end of the day. There's no company backing me to push me forward, right? It's all coming from me. So that's kind of what I would tell anybody that's trying to be an engineer or a playback engineer or whatever. If you're trying to do touring specifically, there's a lot of different outlets, especially in Pennsylvania with Lidditz being here, to get involved into that. And if you're trying to do playback specifically, it kind of starts at a local level, right? You can always run tracks for anybody that's performing at a venue and scale it up from there.
Yeah. I think my final question is going to be, what's one skill that you have gained in your career that has absolutely nothing to do with it?
Oh, I love that question. I think the skills that I have learned are like, you can't, in a certain way, you can't ever say no. So you have to say yes while still saying no. And sometimes, you know what I mean? And so like, if you're at a certain spot, you have to be creatively saying yes, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, how do I achieve what they're asking me to do? Because what they're asking me to do might be impossible, but how do I have a creative yes that actually solves this problem or suggests a different solution? And so as an engineer, I think I've gotten pretty good at that. But because I've watched other people that have been doing, do something very similar. Yeah,
I like that actually.
I think I'll have my last question be just, if this is even really a possible question, what would be like your dream production to work on? Like, if you could work on anything, like any medium, like what would it be? Like any kind of project?
It's a good question. I really really enjoy the live productions and big shows, and playing a small part in something that's so monumental and so big, and can take you so far around the world. So I feel like I'm in a really great spot. I feel like I'm right where I need to be to kind of make this work. And I think a lot of the time I'm going to be focusing on helping other people get to where they want to be, so my studio in Philly is called Good Listeners, and we're going to really start pushing forward like a nonprofit mission to get other engineers involved into what they're trying to do. That could be live sound, that could be studio stuff, that could be honestly whatever. But the idea is, we give you the skill set and we try to get you connected to where you need to be so you could make your own way in this world.
Right.
Yeah. And if you could, for us one last time, like your website, any social media, any way to contact you, that would be great.
Amazing. So my Instagram is Hank Byerly, HankByerly. So DMing me is all good. And website is hankbyerly.com. Keep on the lookout for Good Listeners. We're going to do a social media launch this year, so we'll get that going. We got the space, and we're going to get the people coming up. So
well, can't wait to see that and everything that comes from that. That'll be exciting for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm already plugged in. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that.
It's really cool to see someone from an area that like we're from around. And, like Philadelphia's not that far away, to see someone able to almost like not make it out of the city, but be able to become someone who works with such big stars, and that's just really admirable.
Or at least like to let us know, like it's possible to get it done.
Like you've worked with SZA and you're sitting down with me, like that's crazy.
No,
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
we're all just people in this world.
Casually just name dropping.
No, she's the coolest. Like, you know, you're like, oh my God, it's SZA, and then you hang out with her, and you're like, oh my God, she's a person just like me, you know. And I think she would tell you the same thing.
Like the sweetest person.
She's awesome, like one of the coolest people I've ever met in my life. But like super down to earth, and we'll talk to you about whatever she's doing at that given day. Could be, you know, any type of interest. So I think that was also a realization where you're like, oh, everybody's just people, you know, and you know, these mega stars and these people with amazing talents and creative pursuits, you know, get up every day just like I do. So
yeah,
I think that's all about like just experiencing people as people.
Exactly.
You know,
right.
I don't think we see enough of that.
Absolutely.
It's incredibly important to just to humanize our heroes and such.
Absolutely, because they're still capable of doing amazing things, but you know, at the end of the day, we're all doing amazing things as well, like, you know, in this world.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us. It was an amazing opportunity. Thanks. It was amazing to meet you and to hear about your occupation and everything that goes with it. So
I'm very excited to see what you have coming.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll be
connected.
In touch.
We'll see each other around.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.